Hello and welcome back to Foundation Fabs or Flushes week 4. Can you believe we're almost halfway there? It has gone so fast. Time flies by when you're having fun, and today we hopefully will have loads of fun by trying out this foundation. Today I will be putting to the test the MORPHE Hint Hint Skin Tint. So if you would like to find out what this looks like, what this wears like on an oily acne prone skin, then all you have to do is keep on watching. As always, I'm going to start off by reading some of the claims. This foundation is available on MORPHE's UK website. It's available on Feel Unique. There's loads of places that sell this foundation, and in the UK it costs £16, making it a higher price for an affordable foundation. However, it's not bad. It is £18 in America. It comes in 20 shades, which to me, for a tint or a BB cream, that should be the standard. 20 shades for like a BB cream, something slightly a bit more sheer. I don't mind that. That's okay. Available in 20 shades, keep it easy. This lightweight yet long-wearing fluid tint hydrates and provides buildable sheer to medium coverage. The naturally radiant finish lets your skin shine through while also smoothing and blurring imperfections. You'll be looking fresh-faced with just a few drops. Benefits: lasts for up to 16 hours, water resistant, sweat resistant and transfer resistant. Hydrates skin for up to 12 hours, seals in moisture and nourishes dry skin. Non-comedogenic and vegan. I really like that. It seems like it does different things for different skins, which is kind of nice. It makes it, it targets quite a lot of people there. How to apply: shake gently, start with 1 to 2 drops and build to your desired level of coverage. Apply using a synthetic brush, sponge or your fingers. And then MORPHE goes on to saying that there's 3 ways you can apply this. I really like that because I like products that work with me. In my second week of Fabs or Flushes, I did mention that I prefer to have something that's medium to full coverage, whether it's a foundation or a concealer, that I can then sheer out or build as I desire. When you have a very lightweight product, very sheer product, building and building and building might still not get you to even a medium coverage. Are you wasting product there? Probably. However, it is time to try this on. For anyone interested, I did have a shower this morning. That's why my hair is wet. I did wash my face with my cleansers, and then I applied my Function of Beauty serum and followed it with the Revolution SPF 30 Protecting Boost for normal to oily skin. And now it's time for the grand reveal. The shade that I went with is Hint of Beige, light medium with neutral undertones. I did have a try at the foundation to help me out pick out a shade. The one that it sort of suggested, I believe, was pink undertones, and I just rather go with neutral. I picked out the same shade but different undertone. It looks like it should be okay. I'm giving it a proper shake. It did say to shake it. I'm just gonna sit here and shake for a little bit. I highly recommend shaking any foundation that you have, because sometimes, especially if you're buying it online, it just stands and sits on the shelf in the warehouse where they collect all these products from, and they can settle, which is absolutely fine. That does not mean they are old. It just means they have sat there on the shelf without being touched, moved or whatever for a while. So I've shook it, and I'm going to put 2 drops on one side of my face, and as always we will start off with a sponge, my favourite tool to apply foundations. And then, despite it looking slightly scary when I applied it, because it said like 2 drops all over your face, it was absolutely fine. effortless to sort of blend out. Obviously quite a lot of that tint will be in the sponge. Okay, alright, so I can already see it has glowing particles, which I personally don't mind, but you know, I can see that for a lot of oily skin people that will be an issue. I'm just gonna go in. I've applied like a full-on pipette worth. It's definitely glowy because of these particles. Okay, this is one side of my face with one layer of the foundation on, applied with a sponge in comparison to my bare face. If you definitely want like a light coverage from this, I would recommend using a lot less than I did, but I managed to get it to like a reasonable coverage. I definitely was scared that this would be as sheer as the Let's Face It BB tinted moisturizer thing, but it's not. It actually, this to me is like something, you know. I do like the coverage that it has at the moment. Yes, I do have some imperfections, but it looks nice and light on the skin. It has that nice reflection. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to settle, and then we'll see if I can build the coverage right here. I'm also going to try a brush on the other side. In fact, I'm going to try my fingers as well, because I don't like to use my fingers, honestly. Yeah, this is probably the best way to get the most coverage, because obviously your fingers will not soak up the product. The product gets nice and warmed up from the natural temperature of your hand. Will it look nice? Let's see. Yeah, I just have way too much texture to be able to get away with this. Let's see if a brush can fix this. You know what? The brush is okay. If you prefer a brush, if you're a brush person, if you don't like to have to dampen the sponge or whatever, or you just don't like using sponges, then fair enough. You know, again, the brush works fine. Doesn't look as nice as the sponge side, in my opinion, but it doesn't look bad. And this is the other side of my face with one layer of the foundation on, applied with a brush in comparison to my bare face. Okay, it's been a couple of minutes. Let's see if I can build the coverage right here. Again, I'm going to go straight in onto that area. It's hard to build it. As you can see, the more I blend it in, obviously, the more it, you know, shears out. But without blending it in properly, it'll look weird. But on this side, where I have less blemishes, it actually looks alright. You know, I need to spot conceal a couple of areas, but overall, that actually looks really nice. And I do like the shade that I've picked out for myself. It might just be ever so slightly pinky. So if I went with pink, I don't even want to think about how pink it would be. Let's see if I can cream bronze on top of this foundation. You know me, I like to test out different formulas because some foundations just do not like other formulations. Can you wear cream bronzer, cream contour with this skin tint? And I personally would say definitely, because that looks super cute. Very, very nice. If you want to look glowy and like summer ready, this is the guy. Hopefully it's not going to oxidize, because I do feel like the more I wear it, the more it's sitting on my skin, the slightly darker it is getting. It's not getting orange, which is nice, but it is just ever so slightly darker. Time for some concealer. Today I'm using Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite. Okay, that was effortless and it looks beautiful. I love. Again, the coverage is like a solid medium, I'd say. I actually don't mind it at all. I definitely was skeptical about how much coverage I can get out of this because it is called a tint, but it's a reasonable amount of coverage, I would have to say. As always, I will use the Laura Mercier to set my under eye. And because I know this isn't going to last on my skin, I do have to set the center of my face with a little bit of powder. My skin looks super smooth. I really, really like this. It now looks absolutely stunning. My skin looks nice and smooth. It doesn't look super dehydrated Sahara Desert powdered because it has that glow underneath. I actually really like it. I do wish it was like this naturally without me having to powder it, but I'm sure within like an hour or two my natural oils and the heat of my face will warm up the foundation and it's all going to melt in together and look beautiful. It is now, it's almost 10 to 10. I probably finished applying this foundation at around 9:30, so 9:30. Let's get on with the day. I'll probably finish off my makeup off camera and I shall see you at my first check-in. 3 hours in and this is what my face looks like. I do have to say it's holding up reasonably well, but I didn't do much. I was actually eating breakfast and sitting down and just relaxing, but it is a little bit shiny in the center of my face, so I'm going to blot and see how transfer resistant it actually is. So that is it. I've blotted and yeah, the transfer is not bad. It is there, so it's not, you know, fully transfer proof, but it's looking pretty good. Let's keep going. So I have to admit, I completely forgot I was doing a foundation wear test. But I also have to admit that throughout the years on YouTube, this is the first time this has happened to me. And I have to admit that I had a nap in this foundation, and for a nap and me completely forgetting that I'm doing a foundation wear test, this doesn't look that bad. You guys, this looks great. For 9 hours of wear and something that is advertised as a skin tint, this is fantastic. Yeah, obviously, you know, I have the foundation missing around my jawline, as I always do. And the area around my nose is a little bit red because I did have to blow my nose several times throughout the day today. And like I said, I am a little bit shiny. Let me blot really quickly so I can really do a proper close-up take and you can see the damage. Otherwise it just reflects light and it looks nice regardless. This is just a regular toilet paper and it works fantastically. As you can see, that shine is now gone, but there is a little bit of redness peeking through, a little bit of texture peeking through. Obviously the foundation, the skin tint is slowly disappearing, but again, for our number 9, I would be happy to leave the house like this. Alright you guys, it's officially 10 o'clock, therefore I wore this foundation for more than 12 hours, right around 12 hours, and this is what my face looks like. I've just done my workout, that's why there's some foundation missing right here on my forehead. As you can see in the center of my face, like around my nose, there's barely any foundation left. However, overall, I must say, I'm very impressed. It definitely looks better in real life than it does on camera for whatever reason. I don't know. It doesn't look great. I definitely don't have a lot of the foundation left on my face, but it kind of looks reasonably okay. I'm really impressed with this. I really am, despite it not being the most long wearing throughout the day. I mean, I had a nap in this. I forgot I even wore this. I did have to powder it, but it kind of combined beautifully with the powder and it looked so good. So I do actually really recommend it if you are considering the Hint Skin Tint from Morphe. I recommend it. If you have tried it yourself, please let me know down in the comments whether you like it or not. I'm sure it will help out other people make the decision whether they want to buy it or not. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next time.